In a time before memory, when God still walked beneath the trees, there stood a tree that held the heavens, embraced the earth, and reached deep into the world below. This is its story. Welcome to the Slavic Codex. Prologue. In the whispering forest, long before borders were carved into stone, before nations bore names, and before gods were written in books, there was the forest, endless, ancient, alive. It whispered in the language of leaves and wind. It remembered the footsteps of spirits and the thunder of forgotten gods. At the center of this world, hidden beneath the veils of time, stood the tree. Not just a tree, but the axis of all things, a bridge between realms. Its crown brushed the stars and held the storms. Its trunk stood tall through the age of man, and its roots reached deep into the underworld, where shadows and ancestors dwell. The Slavs called this structure the world tree, not a myth, not a metaphor, but a living force. In its shape, they saw the structure of existence. In its roots and branches, they read the stories of gods, beasts, and men. And though time has buried temples and torn down idols, the tree still stands, in tales whispered by grandmothers, in patterns carved into wood, in fires lit on solstice nights. Today, we return to it, not as historians, but as seekers. We return to the Slavic world tree to remember what once held the sky. The tree of life, rooted in eternity. In Slavic myth, the world is alive. It breathes, it dreams, it remembers. And at the center of this breathing cosmos stands the world tree, a sacred axis around which all reality turns. It is known by many names. In some tales, it is called the cosmic oak. In others, the world ash, or simply, the tree. Its roots stretch into Nav, the underworld, the land of the dead, of ancestors and spirits. Its trunk stands in Yav, the present, the physical world of humans. Its crown rises into Prav, the divine law, the realm of gods and order. This tree is more than a symbol. It is a structure of being. It connects heaven and earth, gods and mortals, life and death. It is the ladder by which shamans ascend, the map by which myth unfolds. From the roots rise rivers, from the branches fall stars, and in its bark live creatures older than time. The Slavic world tree is not alone. Other cultures have seen similar visions: Yggdrasil in Norse myth, the Axis Mundi in Mesoamerica, the Bodhi tree in the East. But the Slavic tree is uniquely rooted in soil soaked with folklore, drenched in ritual, and crowned with thunder. To know this tree is to know the Slavic spirit itself, layered, mysterious, wild, and wise. Yav, Nav, and Prav, the three realms. To understand the tree, one must understand the three. Yav, Navigation, Prav. These are not just places, they are dimensions of reality, interconnected, inseparable. Yav is the world of the living, the tangible, the now. Mountains, rivers, fire, blood, the human world. Nav is the underworld, the place of the dead, ruled by shadows, spirits, and silence. It is not evil. It is deep, hidden, and sacred. Prav is the divine order, the realm of gods, justice, law, fate, and truth. It is where Perun reigns, where cosmic balance lives. The world tree connects all three, its roots in Nav, its trunk in Yav, its branches in Prav. And through its core, the soul of every creature moves. These worlds are not separate. They are reflections of one another. When the tree is shaken in Prav, it trembles in Yav and cracks in Nav. This is why the tree must be honored, not worshipped as a god, but respected as the link between all that was, is, and shall be. Part 4. The Gods of the Tree, Perun, Veles, and beyond. No world tree stands alone. It is inhabited, watched over, by the old gods. At the crown lives Perun, god of thunder and law, wielding lightning like an axe, protector of the skies. His presence makes the leaves shiver and the clouds roar. At the roots coils Veles, god of the underworld, of magic, cattle, wealth, and transformation. He slithers through Nav like a serpent, whispering secrets to the dead. Their eternal conflict, Perun above, Veles below, is the axis of Slavic cosmology, a battle of order and chaos, of law and change, of sky and soil. But they are not enemies. They are opposites in sacred tension. One cannot exist without the other. Around the trunk dwells Mokosh, the Earth Mother, patron of women, fertility, and fate. In the light, we find Dazbog, the solar god, the giver of life, and in twilight, Marana, the goddess of death and rebirth. The tree is their temple, their battlefield, their cradle. To speak of the world tree is to speak of the gods themselves, because it is through the tree that they move. Part 5. The Battle of Heaven and Underworld. Each spring, the battle begins anew. Perun hurls his thunderbolts from the heavens. Veles rises from the roots, a serpent in the shadows. They clash, storm against flood, fire against mist, in an eternal struggle that shapes the seasons. The storm breaks, the skies roar, and the rains fall, not in anger, but in balance. In Slavic belief, this battle is not war, it is rhythm. Perun defends the cosmic order. Veles tests it, tempts it, transforms it. Their tension keeps the world alive. Too much order, and the world stagnates. Too much chaos, and it collapses. Thus, the tree trembles, and in its shaking, life moves. This myth echoes in thunder. It rolls through mountain ranges. It stirs the rivers. It blesses the fields. The people saw lightning not as fear, but as the strike of the Sky Father against the shapeshifter below. Each storm was a story, each rainbow a truce, and always the tree stood between them, a witness to this sacred battle of gods.